like this, 'cause the music makes me high. And if I only got one more night, I'm gonna leave out a loud goodbye. This gonna be the
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, Mr. Vaughn. Mr. Vaughn's channel, Sweatbox. We back, we live, we active here on the channel. Yes, indeed, you know how we do. Still dodging those digital jabs, baby. And we here today to talk about it. Let's get into it, man. Rick and Morty, Season 5. I cannot believe we're on Season 5 already. We are. Rick and Morty, Season 5, Episode 1, entitled, I just had the title. Let me pull it up again so I can read it. Mort, Mort Dinner Rick Andre. Look, man. This episode was hilarious. This is definitely my favorite season premiere since season 3. This is better than the season 4 premiere. This season premiere was hilarious. So this is the Mr. Nimbus episode. The episode starts with Morty carrying Rick's dead body, a half-dead body. Rick's on the verge of death. It's the clip we see from the trailer where he's like, were we Blades? Where they're in some dimension and they're seeing all these alternate futures. It was insane. I started cracking up right off the back. As soon as we saw it, were we Blades? That was awesome. So look, I'm not going to go blow for blow. I'm just kidding because I'm not going to remember it. But I've already watched the episode like 3 times. It was just so funny. There's so much in this episode that had me dying. The utter disdain that Rick has for Mr. Nimbus. He's like, who is this? Mr. Nimbus? He's like, what is his name? He said he's going to say that a lot. Man, this episode was great. It was just so great. Dude, how the disdain that Rick had for Morty when he landed in the ocean after he just saved his life. He didn't even Morty's like, Rick's like, where are we? He's like, we're home, Rick. I landed us in the ocean. He said, the ocean on Earth? Why would you do it? Just told him that he immediately, Mr. Nimbus just immediately shows up. Like, what you doing here, bro? Oh, what else did I love about this episode? I love Beth and Jerry and their sex positive lifestyle. When Jerry was like, we watched pornography. Rick came in, he was like, look, there's suicide capsules in all of your teeth. Do with that what you want. Bro. Oh, I'm dying over here. I am dying. This episode was great. Straight from the jump. They just got right into the hilarity and the ignorance. So the whole plot was, since he landed in Mr. Nimbus's ocean, he's now got beef, so he's got to have Nimbus over for dinner so they can squash the beef. Otherwise, it's going to be a problem. Apparently, that's what we're going with. He's got to come over, otherwise it's going to be a problem. This nigga shows up. He's riding a little wave of water down the street. This nigga shows up. He got water squirting all over him. He wipes himself down like it was baby oil. This nigga rolled up on the scene. There was little eels on the ground. I was like, bro, you guys are doing so too much right now. You guys are doing way too much with Mr. Nimbus. It's not that serious, but apparently it was. He was with all the shits. Look, the whole time he's over there playing nice with Mr. Nimbus, he done sent Summer on the secret mission to go find, he sent her to the Laurentian Trench to go find his weakness or whatever, his like little magical shell that controls his power. Oh God, I'm in tears over here. And I'm sweating because it's hot, but this episode was so funny. And so then, the other part, the whole main plot of that was that, but the secondary plot line becomes, he had put some wine in an alternate dimension where time moves faster, so the wine would age and get better. He put it in the other dimension. He's like, well, Marty, just go get the wine. Okay. So Marty goes to get the wine, and there's grass and grew all over the crates because it's been there for like thousands of years apparently. Oh my God, it was funny. It was just It was just so much. It was just so much in this episode. When he's putting the wine in there, he was like, "So it's like Narnia?" He was like, "Yeah, it's like Narnia." Oh man, this episode was awesome. So then Marty goes to go get the wine, and the dude, there's the old dude who's just living there. It's because it's another dimension. It's a world, and Rick just threw the threw the wine in this nigga's lawn, and it's just been in this dude's lawn for like 1,000 years, and they ain't even touched it or nothing. So, so he goes. The dude, being a nice dude, he helps Morty carry the wine back into the garage, not knowing he's leaving his dimension. The nigga comes back in like 30 seconds, and it's been like 100 years, and his wife's dead, and his kid's all old. It was hilarious, bro. And so then Morty has to go back and get some more wine, and they remember him. They're like, "You're the reason our father can see." So the dude's all buffy, tries to fight Morty. He beats the shit out of Morty, and Morty goes back to the garage. He's like, "Fuck that, I ain't no bitch." This nigga then turns around, goes back into the portal, and now the dude's old as fuck with grandkids, and he beats him up in front of his grandkids. I'm like, bro, I cannot. This is what they do, man. They always take these little side stories and they just take them way too far. They just take them way too far. That's not even the end of it. The whole time, Rick's in there having this dumbass negotiation with with Mr. Nimbus. Beth and Jerry are tripping because Mr. Nimbus done proposed the three-way with them. Because they're so sex positive now. Oh, so then Morty's bringing back the bottle, and Mr. and Mrs. Sex Positive bump into him, and he breaks it, so he got to go back and get another bottle. This time he goes back. These motherfuckers done built a whole fortress around, and they religion done developed around this whole portal that keeps opening up and doing terrible shit to them. So this time Morty goes in, and they got a whole medieval armada that just tries to kill him. So he goes and gets some of Rick's future tech and comes back and just wrecks the whole civilization. I was like, Morty, you're turning into your uncle, bro. He wrecks their whole civilization. And then he leaves a piece of their tech behind. I was like, oh, here we go. So of course, they pick up the tech, and that's what they use to rebuild their civilization. So like 10 minutes later, they send in the dude to the portal, and he comes in with the suit and just starts boxing up Rick and Morty. When he socks up Morty, and he was like, "For the future." I was weak. I couldn't take none of it. The whole episode was ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And so then at the end, Rick and Morty and Nimbus got to team up to take out the future tech generation, and Nimbus uses a giant tidal wave, and whales falling out the sky to defeat him, and then he takes. It was so ridiculous. So then Nimbus and Mr. Nimbus and Rick, they make a truce, and then right when they make the truce, then Summer comes in with the shell, like, "I got it." Nimbus is like, "Motherfucker, you was plotting on me this whole time," and he beats the shit. Oh, I forgot about the whole I forgot about the fact that Mr. Nimbus controls the cops, which was the funniest joke in the episode. I don't believe it, man. I'm so mad I forgot this. So at the beginning, when Mr. Nimbus shows up, Jerry's not having it. He's like, "Man, what are you? Don't call in the cops." And Mr. Nimbus is like, "I control the cops." Jerry's like, "Whatever." He calls the cops. He's like, "Cops, there's a horny wet man on my lawn." And Jerry's like, "What? I don't understand why that matters, but we're white." As soon as he says that, 3 police cars just dip on the lawn with the guns out, like, "Sorry." I was dying. So then Mr. Nimbus is like, "Fight," and the cops just start fighting each other. And he's like, "Fuck." And the cops just start banging. They just start banging. It's like, what? And he's like, "Flee." And then they dip. like, what's going on? He's like, you don't get it. He's Mr. Nimbus. He controls the police. So then at the end, after Nimbus finds out that Rick betrayed him for the show, he beats the shit out of Rick. And Summer's like, what am I supposed to do with the shell? Rick's like, destroy it. He's like, blow it. No, don't blow it. So she blows it. And this nigga gets all buff and just continues to beat the shit out of Rick. Kicks him in the lawn. He's like, police, take him to jail. And Summer's like, what? And she's like, I told you, he controls the police. I was done, bro. I was done. This episode was hilarious. Oh, it had me so weak. Oh, I'm gonna go watch it again, man. This was the most unhinged episode, and this is the most unhinged review that I'm gonna do in a minute. Are they all gonna be like this? This is the first episode. Are they all gonna be this crazy? Mr. Nimbus was a G. The whole other dimension when... I can't. I'm gonna hit y'all back, man. I'm so glad Rick and Morty's back. My life now has meaning again. Oh my goodness, what did you guys think of this season premiere? I'm over here sweating, crying, struggling to breathe, because just thinking about this episode had me cracking up. So what y'all think of this episode? Let me know in the comments section. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Click the notification so you know when I upload. Check out the travel vlogs, man. I just started uploading the Vegas vlogs. The Vegas vlogs were a lot of fun. San Diego's still up there, Punta Cana. Check them out, man. And of course, I'll be here, Rick and Morty, all season. So until next time, you know how we do, man. Wubba lubba dub dub.
I'ma go to the ends with you. I'ma go to the end with you.